am so excited to be back with you guys today, and I am just going to share something with you guys. So I've been getting asked a lot of questions like about this S3 and what is it, and I used to do the real protocol and what's sort of going on. And so I wanted to just talk to you guys for a few minutes tonight. So a lot of you guys have been here for a long time. Some of you are brand new. For those of you that are brand new members, I am so excited to have you here. I'm Coach Jess. I'm a coach, and I help women learn how to feel amazing. And so I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about the evolution of the S3 formula, or the S3 method, and how it came about and where it came from. And in doing that, I'm going to give you a little bit of my backstory and my personal story. And so I'm just going to share with you guys that back in the day, I, like many of you, was a fad dieter. So you name the diet pill, I took it. I even used to take like those hydroxycut. I took these other ones that are now illegal because they had like ephedra in them. I did meal plans, I did cleanses, I did fat-free everything. I did all the things. And I never was able to manage my weight. I was always hating my body. I was always upset with my body. I was always sort of punishing it. Because none of this stuff worked. Every new supplement, I tried like ordering those really expensive prepackaged meals. I mean, I did everything. And I would say like the peak of insanity was probably when I was in my 20s, and I would go to CrossFit at 6 a.m. and then I would go back to the CrossFit gym at 4:30 in the afternoon for a boot camp. I worked out twice a day, really intensely, and I still couldn't manage my weight. I still couldn't get my body to look the way that I wanted it to look. And so that may sound familiar to a lot of you guys, and ultimately what ended up happening is that I got a really severe injury in my ankle, and it sort of made me stop doing all that. And then my weight really ballooned up because I didn't have this healthy mindset. Like if I couldn't work out twice a day and do these really intense workouts, I wasn't going to do anything at all. And so I was on crutches, and I gained I gained a lot of weight. Add into it, I was working a corporate job, so I was on the road a lot, I was traveling, I was doing all these things. And so I'm not going to give you guys all the gory details, but essentially what I wanted you to know about that is that I've been where a lot of you guys are, and that is really how I developed the S3 method, which is self-love, stress management, and science-based weight loss. So we address hormones, we address stress, we address the way you talk to yourself, the way that you feel, because after all, it's nice to be thin, but you don't want to be thin and miserable. And so it's important that we work on the inside as well as the outside. We learn how to manage stress, and we learn how to balance our hormones. And to make a long story sort of short, what I wanted to share with you is that even after I got better and I quit my job and I moved overseas, I continued to work out like that. I continued to punish my body. I continued to eat 1,000 calories a day while going to CrossFit. And yeah, I looked good, but I felt like shit. And ultimately what ended up happening, and the way that I sort of came upon this idea of internal wellness and this idea of when you take care of the inside, the outside follows, was ultimately when I found out that I had cancer. And so when I found that out, I obviously stopped caring what my body looked like. I was no longer mad at my body for my thighs being too big or for my stomach being too big. And I really went on this wellness journey to try to get my mind strong and try to get my body to fight back. So instead of fat-free, chemical-filled stuff, I really had to think differently about nutrition, to think differently about the way that I took care of my body, and more importantly, the way that I took care of my mind, because I was a basket case, obviously. And so as I was going through this and I was going through treatment, I started spending more time in nature. I started working with some of my own coaches, so things like journaling, some of this mindset stuff. I really started thinking about it, learning about it, studying about it, because some of you guys know I'm a little bit woo-woo, but all that woo-woo that I coach and I teach is all backed in science, because I am a big fat book nerd and I love learning things and I love science. So it's all backed in science. And so I kind of went on this journey. And it's really interesting that even after I got healthy, I wasn't even working out for that entire time because I wasn't able to. And as I look back on it, and I developed this, and I've worked it and used this method on over 100 women from over 12 different countries, I found the same thing to be true, and that when you focus on your wellness instead of your weight, you never have to worry about your weight again. And I experienced it personally in my own life, that when I really just got focused for once, like I was trying to heal myself from being really sick, that I just started focusing on being healthy, and it was like crazy, this magic that happened, that like I magically never had to worry about my weight again, and I wasn't even working out that much. And it's held true for me for years since then, right? I'm coming up on 3 years now that I'm completely fine, and yeah, it's been a sort of a game changer for me, and it's a game changer for the way that I work with women. And so I wanted to share that with you guys because I know a lot of you guys it's bikini season's coming up, summer's coming up, and a lot of women are going to start crash dieting. And all that crash dieting is doing is it's messing with your brain, it's messing with your body, it's messing with your hormones, and it didn't work last year. It's probably not going to work this year either. It doesn't ever work. And so the reason that I'm sharing this with you guys, and I've been talking about this a lot over on my personal page, is that this idea of move more, eat less is bullshit. Everybody who's been telling us to move, we just need to move more, eat less, move more, eat less, move more, eat less, is they're honestly, they're killing women. And that might sound a little bit dramatic, it might sound a little bit extreme, but that's basically what's happening. So I have clients that we're working with other people that had them on 1,000 calories, which is enough food for a 5-year-old. And when we get these women to start managing stress, to learn how to sleep, to learn how to take care of themselves, and to strength train in the right way, all of a sudden they feel amazing, they have energy, they're eating more food than they have in a decade, and their clothes are starting to fall off. And so it's been proven time and time again, but I wanted to just share with you guys a little bit of, especially for a lot of you guys are friends with me over on my personal page, and I've really been attacking move more, eat less a lot, and I wanted to share with you guys this idea of where it came from, because I'm telling you, I CrossFit in a boot camp at a CrossFit gym 2 times a day. I did it 6 days a week, and I still didn't look the way that I wanted to look. I still was bigger than I wanted to be. Why? Because I didn't sleep, I drank too much, I didn't manage stress, I was miserable. And so all of those things come into play, and that's essentially really how I've developed the S3 formula. And again, it's got a 100% success rate for helping women lose weight, keep it off, and feel amazing forever. And so if you are in this mindset of move more, eat less, move more, eat less, I'm going to encourage you to try to break up with that mindset, to encourage you to start to think about what can you do on the inside. Are you sleeping enough? Are you taking days off? Are you resting enough? Are you eating enough? Are you taking care of your body? Are you taking care of your mind? Are you doing all the things that your body actually needs from you in order to feel loved, in order to feel supported, in order to feel cared for, and in order to actually help it lose weight? It wants to lose weight. It doesn't want to hold on to that weight, but you've got to give it the tools that it needs. And so I wanted to just share that with you. So a little bit different from my normal Wellness Wednesday, but I just kind of felt inspired to share with you guys how I came up with it, where it came from, and just give you just my really vulnerable, honest conviction of why I believe this, and how I've lived this journey and I've lived this story, so that you can start to think about a better way and really see that there are other options out there for you, and that it doesn't have to be miserable, it doesn't have to be hard, and beating your body into submission is never going to work, and it feels like shit, quite frankly. So that's what I wanted to share with you guys today. That is it on the S3 formula, the S3 method. So for those of you guys that have been asking, that's it. That's where it came from. And that's a little bit about me, especially for those of you that are new here. So if you have any questions, go ahead and drop them in the comments. Otherwise, I would appreciate if you watch this video and you get something out of it, go ahead and just hit that like button or hit that heart button for me, or leave me a comment. I would appreciate that as well. I love hearing from you guys, especially if you get value out of these Wellness Wednesday videos. So if you get a little bit of value out of it, please let me know. Otherwise, I hope you guys have a great rest of your Wednesday, and I will see you next week.